6:04. We're gonna go ahead and get started 60 seconds before, because I know Riley and these guys are gonna have a great conversation, and really the hours to maximize as much content as possible from Riley Smith and these three professionals that have had great success in their careers. So with that, I want to welcome everyone here today.
Thank you guys, and it's a privilege to be here, and thank you all for tuning in. I've gotten to know these three gentlemen over the last few years and just really impressed with how they've built their business, their reputation in our community. And I thought it would be great for us just to get some insight into, sales and different. I think I'm going to throw a sort of a softball out to each person and let them tell us a little bit about who they are, what they do, and how they got started, and how they started building their business. And then we'll dive into some details onto what everyday life looks like.
Hey everybody, my name is Andrew Acevad. I am a associate financial planner here with Equitable Advisors, and I've been doing this now since 2014.
My name is Evo Montero. I've been in banking since 2003. I'm a vice president and market manager for a financial institution here in Miami, the largest one headquartered in Florida.
Hi, everybody. My name's Louis. I started a real estate team probably about a little under 2 years ago, primarily focused down in Cutler Bay. And I've been in sales, I guess, this world of selling pretty much my whole life. I've always thought how important it is to build relationships and keep relationships alive. And my parents have always infused that in me, that, hey, you never know when someone's going to bump into you again, and never want to burn a bridge. And I've had that mentality my whole life.
What would you advise sort of a younger, newer, or first-time person getting into your space or our space to be careful the mistakes they might make?
Just off the top of my head is I would never, if you don't know the answer, especially in real estate, you're better off just saying, let me get the information and get back to you. Somebody at the age of a roof or the air conditioning, I've never even been inside the house before, but I had to always feel like I had to give them an answer. And I would throw something out there, I'm totally wrong, you lose credibility. The deal's done right there.
Andy, in your business, I know when you first get into business, they sort of hand you a telephone book and say, here, start calling, right? So right. What does it take in your business what do you see the people who don't make the next jump and fail? In real estate, the average agent is out after 2 years. I'm not sure what the turnover is in your industry, but I imagine it's probably very similar. So maybe some mistakes you see rookies or newer people in the business making.
Yeah, there's 10% of the people, I guess across like the industry, 10% of people that initially, try to become a financial advisor after 4 years are no longer, or only 10% remain in the business after 4 years. Okay.
Wow.
Here at Equitable, we have about a 25% retention ratio, right? So about 25% of the people who sign up to be Equitable advisors stay on board. So ours is a little higher, but I can tell you that just from what I've seen here, not only in myself, but also in some of the junior agents that come aboard, there's like a lack of focus on what it is that they're trying to accomplish. And simply put, I think a lack of focus is what I have found. I think people tend to see it as like, it's just something that, and if I make it, then I'll be there. Well, no, you should have that mentality that you are going to make it, right? You should have what we call here, and I'm sure you guys have the same or have heard the same thing, an abundance mentality, right? Like if that's where you want to be and that's where you want to go, then go and get it, right? And make it happen. But otherwise, I would say a lack of focus, and then obviously a lack of organization.
Abel, you want to touch on that for us?
The biggest difficulty that I've seen is people that you not getting in front of as many people, which look different nowadays. Hence, we're all looking at screens rather than drinking and having a get together. But in order to do that, you have to be consistent with your lead generation. So you have to be consistent with your activities. So you have to stay hungry. You have to plan and understand your targets. See, in my industry, whether you measure quarterly or by semester, your goal get higher. They never go down. It doesn't matter what you do. They always go higher. The only difference that you have is